Have you ever wondered how a single day can rewrite a nation's destiny? Japan woke up to an ordinary morning, but by nightfall, it had experienced a catastrophe of unparalleled proportions, the most powerful earthquake ever recorded. In the blink of an eye, the world witnessed the unforgiving might of nature as Japan was thrust into a nightmare. Imagine an earthquake so colossal that it shifted the Earth's axis and shortened the day by a fraction of a second. Picture a tsunami so monstrous that it erased entire towns in an instant. Today, we journey back to that fateful day when the Earth seemed to rise in fury, unleashing an unparalleled cataclysm that left a nation reeling and the world in shock. How did the colossal earthquake and tsunami on March 11, 2011 originate, and what were the far-reaching consequences of this catastrophic event? On that fateful day, March 11, 2011, Japan was thrust into chaos as the earth beneath its feet unleashed a colossal earthquake, initially estimated at magnitude 8.9 but later revised to a staggering 9. This seismic juggernaut originated from a subduction zone near Sendai in Miyagi Prefecture, where the Eurasian and Pacific plate collided. The result was a massive shift in the ocean floor, causing a section nearly the size of Rhode Island to move up to 50 meters east-southeast and rise about 10 meters. The impact was far-reaching, with tremors felt in Russia, Taiwan, and China. It was a stark reminder of the Earth's immense power and the ability to unleash catastrophic forces. The earthquake's devastation was just the beginning. It triggered a monstrous tsunami with a 33-foot wave crashing onto the shores of Sendai and flooding extending up to 6 miles inland in some areas. This tsunami's destructive reach also affected other prefectures along Japan's Pacific coast. But the shockwaves didn't stop at Japan's borders. Tsunami warnings reverberated across the Pacific, and waves reached as far as Hawaii, California, Oregon, and even Antarctica, where they led to a portion of the Salzburger ice shelf breaking away. What were the casualties and property damage caused by the tsunami that struck Japan in 2011, and how did the search and rescue efforts evolve in the aftermath of this devastating disaster? The tsunami tragedy that struck Japan was marked by initially dire reports, indicating hundreds of lives lost and hundreds more missing. However, as rescue efforts intensified, the true magnitude of the disaster became painfully evident. Within 2 weeks, the Japanese government officially reported a staggering death toll exceeding 10,000, with over 1.5 times that number still unaccounted for, presumed dead. This catastrophe swiftly joined the ranks of Japan's deadliest, paralleling the devastating 1896 earthquake and tsunami off the Iwate Prefecture coast. Search and rescue operations relentlessly continued, leading to a peak official count of around 28,500 confirmed deaths and missing individuals. Over time, some initially missing persons were found alive, providing moments of hope amid the tragedy. By the close of 2011, the count had gradually decreased to approximately 19,300, though the profound impact on affected communities persisted long after the disaster. What were the key events and consequences of the Fukushima nuclear disaster 2011, and how did the Japanese government and international community respond to this crisis? The earthquake and tsunami in Japan 2011 resulted in a severe nuclear crisis in the Tohoku region. Reactors at 3 nuclear power plants were automatically shut down. Still, the subsequent damage to backup generators and cooling systems in the Fukushima Daiichi plant led to a catastrophic chain of events. Hydrogen gas explosions, overheating reactors, and fires released significant amounts of radiation into the environment, prompting the establishment of evacuation zones and a no-fly zone to mitigate the risks of radiation exposure. In April 2011, the crisis was officially classified as a Level 7 nuclear emergency, putting it on par with the Chernobyl disaster. The region's future was still being determined, with concerns about long-term inhabitation and the challenge of decontaminating the soil. Despite these challenges, in December 2011, the Japanese Prime Minister declared the Fukushima Daiichi facility stable following the successful cold shutdown of its reactors. How did the Japanese government and international community coordinate their efforts in responding to the 2011 earthquake tsunami? A massive rescue operation was launched in the aftermath of Japan's 2011 earthquake and tsunami. Prime Minister Kan Naoto established an emergency command center and mobilized over 100,000 self-defense force members and rescue workers. International assistance, including support from the US military and other countries, was sought and provided. However, the rescue efforts faced challenges such as logistics, harsh weather, and recovering the deceased. Hundreds of thousands were in shelters with limited supplies, and many were stranded in the worst-hit areas. The Fukushima nuclear plant crisis complicated matters, leading to evacuations and long-term displacement. Despite setbacks, Japan's economy eventually recovered thanks to funds for reconstruction and a dedicated agency for Tohoku's rebuilding, expected to take a decade. Progress was made in debris removal and coastal infrastructure construction, marking significant steps towards recovery. As we conclude this journey through the seismic events of March 11, 2011, let's not forget the resilience of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable challenges. The story of Japan's recovery from this catastrophic disaster serves as an inspiration to us all. If you found this story compelling and want to stay informed about more fascinating historical events and stories of human perseverance, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Together, we can ensure that the lessons of the past continue to inspire a better future for all. Thank you for joining us on this remarkable journey.